Hey there everybody, I am Movie Reviews 2219 and today I will be reviewing the 2010 film Shutter Island, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, directed by Martin Scorsese. So when I first heard about this movie coming to DVD, I was like, oh well, hopefully I can see the plotline of this entire film. No, just fucking no. Like, this movie is like fucking with your mind. It's a psychological suspense movie. Um, so it screws around with your mind. But here's one thing I could not. This movie right here is completely utter fucking boring. That's right, I said it. There's probably gonna be a lot of Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio fans who are gonna say, "How dare you die in a fire?" I don't care. Okay, this movie's fucking boring. I'd rather watch someone take a shit than watch this movie. It's not that bad. I mean, the acting is at least decent. But the story. Let me just get started with the story here, okay? The movie is based on a book that came out in I think like the 60s or the 70s or whatever. Got me. Anyway, basically, Leonardo DiCaprio plays this sheriff or this cop of some kind, some deputy of whatever. So he and his buddy are on this ferry and they're smoking cigarettes and talking. Leonardo DiCaprio talks about his dead girlfriend who died in a fire and blah blah blah. And I got lost in the dial, and I just got lost with that movie. It was like, oh my god, just stop right now. And they finally arrive. Apparently they're at this insane asylum. Yeah, it's a mental hospital where this patient went missing and all sorts of stupid stuff. They meet up with the guy who I guess is like one of the people who run the island, that run the insane asylum. Throughout the movie, they use all sorts of bull to like mess with your mind, man. And as the movie kind of progresses, we see Leonardo DiCaprio kind of go into a state of psychotic destruction. I'm not gonna kid you. He goes absolutely fucking batshit nuts in this movie as it keeps going on and on. As the plot line thickens between I don't knowville and what the fuck town. Because basically, I know people aren't gonna be happy if I say this, but this movie just absolutely bored me to friggin' tears. It's not bad, like bad. It's not as bad as what you call that movie. I forget what it's called. It was oh yeah. At least it's better than Cheaper by the Dozen. At least I can laugh at some of the stuff in this movie. So anyway, as the plotline progresses, we see Leonardo DiCaprio go sort of into a stage of whack job psychosis. I'm not kidding you. He goes absolutely fucking batshit crazy in this movie as it goes on. So he keeps having these horrendous nightmares of his dead girlfriend and I guess their kids. And he meets up with the patient who apparently was actually a psychiatrist of some kind on the island. I don't know. It's weird. So basically, she tells him that Shutter Island is a whole conspiracy. The whole plot is that these people are taking these other people and just pretty much brainwashing them into committing atrocities against the United States, like the Soviets did, and like the like the Koreans or the Soviets, or the Nazis did. I don't know. And like Leonardo DiCaprio's like, oh, so that explains all the weird shit that goes on here. Also, there's this weird scene that they have a flashback of when he was in the army. Yeah. Turns out, as the story goes on, we learned like earlier before he meets a psychiatrist that he was in the army and he did a bunch of things he wasn't proud of, i.e., shooting a bunch of people by lining them up in Korea. Fuck that. It's war, man. It does stuff to you. I've seen some things, man, and some stuff. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, basically, as this story goes on, it goes on a lot, and I mean a lot. But you can't have everything you want in life, right? Of course not. But anyway, as the story goes on, I'm thinking about something here. Oh yeah. We find out that later on that he never was a deputy of some kind or a cop of some kind. We find out he's been on Shutter Island for 24 months. Yeah. So, and then he just pulls out his gun and shoots everybody. After he shoots the guy who was in charge of Shutter Island, we just cut to this. They just cut to this next scene where he visits his girlfriend or wife in Oklahoma. I'm not kidding you. This actually happens. Anyway, it's Saturday, and then it's like, but the kids aren't in school, so where the fuck are they? Turns out she drowned. Yeah, the bitch drowned the kids. Like DiCaprio just jumps in, swims after them. They're already drowned, you dumbass. You can't save them. Well, you can try, but not gonna. But I don't really know where to go with this review, so I'm just gonna say, would I recommend Shutter Island, the 2010 movie? It's better to read the book first, which I didn't do, largely because I could not find the book. I even searched my local library, could not fucking find it. But, I guess I'll try to find it somewhere. Anyway, watch the book first, then watch this. Then you'll realize that supposedly there's a whole lot of different stuff. Oh yeah, and there's some other stuff I left out. Anyway, like after he finds out that his wife or his girlfriend like drowned the kids, it's like she shoots herself or something because there's like a gunshot heard and there's like this huge like scene of her gut opened. And he's like touching it like he doesn't really cry, but you get my point. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna rate this movie a 6 out of 10. It's got an interesting plot. It delves deep into the mind, kind of screws around with your brain a little bit. It's like, holy shit, dude. I can't believe this stuff is happening. So, yeah, I am Movie Reviews 2219, and I will all see you later.